out and asked, where's the money that's supposed to come for our schools, right? You have to pay your taxes. So for years, we've been calling attention to the fact that City Council, and with the blessing, let's be honest, with the school board, because these agreements are joint agreements, they allow for these public subsidies to go out the door. These are our taxes to incentivize business and now residential, and at the end of the day, it's our neighborhoods and our schools that lose. So, you've heard a lot about that tonight, so this is what we're gonna do from here. As you heard from the expert from Washington, we don't even have good data. This is an expert who does this all over the country, and he looked at Cincinnati and said, I can't even tell you what the real numbers are because your reporting is not accurate, right? And this is intentional. I'll tell you, when we first started this work, we couldn't even get an Excel spreadsheet from City Hall on who was getting abatements, okay? So this is what we want. We first want to know what's really going on with the abatement program and what is the true impact on our schools and our neighborhoods. That is a fair question. That's our money, right? It's our schools, it's our neighborhoods. What's going on is our children are becoming unwilling philanthropists in economic development. Right. Our kids aren't asking to be donors to Jeff Birding and the like. They just want to get an education that they deserve. So our demand to City Council has been, we want an accurate, full impact analysis of these subsidies. And we're not just talking residential abatements, for real. You saw the guy talk about TIFs. And we had a TIF fight with former Mayor John Cranley for over a year. You might remember it. As he walked out the door, he enacted 12 new TIF districts, not just TIF project areas. Whole swaths of our city are now frozen at that rate. And he did it right at the right time before the new evaluations for taxes were being done by Dusty Rhodes. I know this is complicated, but these guys are hustlers. And our kids are getting hustled. Okay? That's the truth. And so we are so glad you're here tonight. This clipboard right here when you walked in was a way for us to continue to engage with you and help you move forward on advocating for justice and equity for our neighborhoods, for our schools, on the busing issue. I know some of you guys came here. There's a whole parent group that is infuriated by the bus issue because they're just so frustrated that their children aren't getting to school in a safe and timely way. There are solutions. There are solutions. We reject the notion that this thing can't be fixed. We're a bunch of smart people in here. We all care about our kids in here, right? We all care. And so we must come together. This is not, doesn't need to be oppositional. We really hosted this to bring electeds together, to bring the community together to say, we've got to move into some better solutions for our kids in our neighborhoods. So if you missed the clipboard when you came in, please sign it on the way out. We have an exit survey which basically says, give us some feedback on the event. What would you like to learn more about? You know, give us some feedback on this thing. We know there's a lot of smart people in this room, and for this particular event, we really just want to get the information out. Future events, we can plan for some more interactive conversation. But for now, we really want to get this information out to you. There is a vote at City Council coming up on the mayor's proposal to do some reforms on tax abatements. We are asking that council not vote on that, and instead give the respect to the voters and our kids in our schools and give us a full impact analysis of what these policies are going to do to our neighborhoods and our kids.
Find out where we do.
I think that's the bare minimum that they can do. And I just want to say, we've heard from board member Eve Bolton, who's chair of the finance, that she has not been approached at all from the city on these changes. And our schools are arguably the biggest partner and stakeholder to these tax abatements. There is no reason why Cincinnati Public Schools should not be engaged with City Hall on these changes. Okay, so thank you for coming. The action is please plug in. We're going to reach back out to you. I'm sorry?
Visit social media.
Social media, Facebook. We're on Facebook, Cincinnati Educational Justice Coalition. We meet every month. The information's on your agenda. Get involved and demand justice on the way our taxes are being used. And we just want to recognize, thank you, Charlie Winburn is in the house. Former council member Charlie Winburn is here. Thank you for joining us, sir. Hey, this is not a Democratic Republican issue, right? This affects all of us. This is a bipartisan issue. Thank you again for coming out tonight.